Hey peeps, it's Androcon and CCR Goalie 9. And
What, hello?
oh, about time you said no. Slow.
What?
Anyway, we're playing
Yeah,
Kerbal Space Program. It's actually a very fun game that I've been playing quite a bit in my own time, and I'm a little on the pro side, but well, I'm gonna start playing with this big ton of
Expect
mods.
lots of explosions.
Yes, there will be explosions everywhere. So anyway, yeah, this will be hitting YouTube probably a little bit later too. So just keep that in mind. If you don't see all of it, you can see it later. What was my YouTube channel again? Wow, so professional. There it is.
Androcon, Badass Games.
Something.
My God, Andy.
It'll go there. Oh
You know
god,
what?
this
You know
is
what?
starting
Just in
like it
case.
normally
Just in
does.
case.
Yeah,
saying.
slap that thing in the chat. So anyway,
Yep.
first up, this is a heavily modded Kerbal Space Program, and I'm going to switch my view here to desktop, and we're going to look at well, at least this ton of mods I've got in here, and I'll briefly mention what some of these are. Let's see here. This is a select route, and that basically allows you to change what the route part is in your rocket. I think you can do that at basically any time, even after it's been launched, but I'm not entirely sure. I hadn't figured out how to use it yet. This is RPL. This is Realistic Progression Lite. Pretty much what the rest of this is based off of. This will change your tech tree, and I'll actually tweak a bunch of the stuff to work properly with the funky tech tree. He rebalanced the game a bit. And made a bunch of these mods work pretty good together in a weird, funky way. And this, I didn't go exactly with what they recommended for all these mods, but I went and got most of the things he recommended using with his tech tree. Now here's AS Aerospace. That gives you a whole bunch of rocket parts and tanks. That's pretty cool. I actually like most of those stuff in there. It's pretty good. Deadly Reentry. Basically, if you enter the atmosphere too steep, too hot, your stuff's going to burn and explode. That'll be fun. Cathane. That's basically just for late game. I can go land on another planet and get fuel out of it. Maybe some other stuff. KSP Interstellar. That is a late game set of... I'm thinking rocket parts, energy producing stuff. It allows you to get to other far away planets a little easier, possibly, and I'm going to likely need that by the time I get there. Let's see. KW Rocketry was what this thingy here is. That's more rocket parts and stuff. That's actually a pretty good mod, too. Planet Factory. This is going to be a big one. This one adds a whole bunch of new planets. I don't even know how many. A crap ton. I basically have another solar
You barely
system.
get to other planets.
Yeah. Well, I basically have a little dual star solar system sitting out far away, at the far reaches of the solar system as well. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to get, once I actually manage to get that far, but that might be a while. Big one here, Remote Tech 2. This thing basically makes it so you have to set up a satellite network to use probes to, do anything. And that combined with the down here somewhere, I've got a tech tree loader right there, along with the Realistic Progression Lite tech tree, pretty much meaning that you start with probes, and, well, it's hard to start with probes, but I'm starting it out anyway, because, pretty much I'm going to have to start making a satellite network right away, because, I could literally not even complete an orbit and be out of range of, KSP Launchpad and wouldn't be able to get a signal and wouldn't be able to deploy parachutes, maybe, possibly. Things like that for a reentry. That'd be bad. So here's science definitions. I can't remember the thread name I found this, but this just adds a whole bunch of new science definitions. Anytime I do some science somewhere, it'll say something new instead of the same boring old junk. Let's see. Stretchy SRB. I love this thing. This gives you stretchy tanks, customizable size tanks. Texture compressor. That just made sure I could actually go and fit all this stuff in Kerbal and managed to, you know, load the game without my computer crashing or something because it took up too much RAM. Toolbar. Some of the other mods use toolbar to, you know, access their menus. There's Tree Loader I mentioned before. Kerbal Alarm Clock. I'm just using that to make sure I don't accidentally fast forward past my waypoints, which I do kind of often, and that could be really bad on stream because I'd have to like reload all the time or something. I don't want to waste your or my time.
Can't wait until what's it called? KSP gets multiplayer added into it.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. Kerbal GPS. I may not use this much. I'll probably try it later. Pretty much makes it so you can put up a little satellite network around a planet and set up a realistic GPS network so you can see your exact coordinates and kind of use it a little bit like a TomTom or something. You say, I want to land over here on this planet. Tell me which way to go and how far away it is. And things like that. It's rather difficult to set up. You got to have a bunch of satellites around your planet to get that to work. Kerbal ISP difficulty scaler. This is important due to, see, what is that? Ferrum Aerospace Research. Ferrous Aerospace Research causes the drag on your craft to be a lot different than normal. It's like more realistic drag, which sometimes is actually making it significantly easier to get into a space. So Kerbal difficulty scaler actually puts that back to where it's supposed to be in a way. Like you'll still have your realistic aerodynamics, but the takeoff won't be so unbalanced. Like you know, I was able to get some ridiculously little things into space that I normally shouldn't have been able to get into space. But this will fix that. KSP alternate resource panel. That thing is actually just a nice little pretty thing on the left top thingy that will allow you to. It's for my own personal aesthetics. Nav ball docking alignment indicator. This is just a microscopic little thing that'll allow you to dock just a nudge easier, and probably should be in the game, like base game. Procedural fairings. I hadn't got a chance to play with this yet. This is like a little dome you can stick above a satellite on the top of your rocket or something like that, and it makes it more aerodynamic. It'll work right with Ferrum Aerospace Research, and it's pretty. See.
Pretty ugly.
I already mentioned Remote Tech 2. I actually got the one of these two folders up here, somewhere around here with Remote Tech 2, is a community hotfix because the initial release had slight issues. TAC life support. Big important thing. With the tech tree here, special tech tree I'm going to be playing with, I'm not going to even have Kerbals right away. And once I do unlock Kerbals, normally you'd say, oh, I'll just take a Kerbal since it's so much easier to just take a Kerbal out to the far reaches of space and do all my science and stuff. Nah, this TAC life support makes it so you got to bring resources with you. They'll eat up the resources, produce carbon dioxide and wastewater, and you got to deal with that. And if they run out of certain resources, they'll die. So, Kerbal joint reinforcement.
On too many missions.
I actually don't use Jeb too much. Kerbal joint reinforcement here is for some of these mods somewhere up in here actually mess with your joints a little bit and makes them a little bit too flimsy. So this just kind of fixes that. RCS build aid. This is just something I like to use to get my RCS set up properly. And Real Shoot is a nicer, more realistic set of parachutes. Pretty much so they don't instantly deploy and all your parts go flying off your butt end. These things deploy high up and slowly start to drag more once you get closer to the bottom of the ground. So anyway, that's that. And we're going to go ahead and jump on this thingy. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to start.
Oh, wait, we're actually getting into the game?
Oh, yeah.
The moment everyone's been waiting for?
Finally.
Explosions?
It's a miracle. So, anyway, start new. Alright, now guess which one of these flags I'm going to choose. I bet you can't guess.
That one right there, because, you know, I can't see it yet.
That one there? With the tree on it?
Oh, wait, hold on. I'll tell you. Hold on. It's almost showing me the flags.
Twitch.
Okay, the
So
one
wonderful.
on the tree on it.
Yes. Alright, this this is going to be
that one.
Twitch TV live stream. That's my save.
Stuff.
There's career mode.
Damn.
Hitting start. Alright, so first thing here you'll notice is MooMech tree loader is going to pop up in your face. And after everything else loads, something else is going to pop in my face. There it is. Attack life
And more
support.
popping up in your face, because everything likes getting up in your face.
Oh, yeah! So, anyway, this is only going to pop up the first time you jump in here. You can actually turn off attack life support per save game if you want. I'm just going to leave it alone, hit X, and it'll never show up again. Unless I, like, go over here, possibly. But, anyway, what I'm going to do here, this is my tech tree loader. There's a list of tech trees. What I'm after is RPL V18.22. It actually works with .23 as well, so I'm just going to go with that, load it. And there we go. Now I'm in the game. Now up here is my little toolbar from whatever the stuff. There's Kerbal's alarm clock. Kids preset modifier that we're going to go into right now. This is your Kerbal ISP difficulty scaler. I just installed this. I hadn't actually played with it before, so I'm going to do... There's a bunch of different presets in here we can do. But I'm going to do the...
I think...
What?
I think there's a question everyone's wanting to ask. When are we going to do Minecraft again? Well... Andy, would you like to answer this one and hurt everyone's feeling with this one?
Probably. I don't currently have any plans to play Minecraft anymore after I played it for like 2+ years. I'm rather tired of it. Now, it doesn't mean I won't pick it up at some point for an occasional little thing, but it's going to be a rare occurrence and likely no big series. So, anyway, that's out of the way. On to the game. I'm going to do this one.
Yeah, that little note.
Side note. So this is far to stock KSP atmosphere only, similar to universal preset, only modifies in atmosphere ISPs. Heavily penalizes flying at higher air densities. This is basically like turning it into regular KSP, I think. And we're just going to go with that. And there we go. Alright, so here's well, my tech tree. This is the first place you're going to want to go with this kind of mod. Because it changes your tech tree so much. And, well, by the looks of it, we don't actually have enough starting parts to actually do anything. So, up here, you'll notice research, 0 science for this first starting technologies. And it's got a bunch of junk in it. Enough to do something with. And then that'll unlock a bunch more things. There's this little bit of things that don't work. This is like stuff that was in another mod that isn't actually in a tech tree anywhere in particular, but you know, these are useful. These are like a pack of science instruments. I may not need to unlock this, but if I do, it's only 1 science. And normally that's probably not supposed to be in there, but you know, we'll see. One of the first things I'm going to try to unlock is this, Early Probes T1. Only takes 10 science. It's got some important stuff, antennas and more probe bodies, and definitely need that battery ASAP too. You wouldn't believe how bad you need the batteries. So anyway, the tech trees is completely set up different. You got your supersonic flight stuff over there. Early probes, once I unlock this, it's going to unlock some other weird stuff. It'll spread out again. Here we got basic rocketry, usual junk, some tanks and things in there. That's pretty cool stuff. This is early solid rocket boosters. I probably won't be playing with that too much. There's engineering, staging. I'm going to need that kind of soonish. Here's control systems. It'll go out that way somewhere. And fairings and adapters and junk. So anyway, that's all you need to do in here. I'm going to go over there. Okay, well anyway, while that loads, I have chat stuff, so let me take a look.
By the way, your voice is apparently amazing.
See, you need to make your screen bigger, can't see the lower part of it. Yeah. Let me actually go look. No. It shouldn't be like this. I'll probably have to play with settings.
That's KSP for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let me just look at this, make sure everything's correct. Global sources, KSP, properties. Stretch images fit screen, question mark? I wonder if I should do that. Did that do anything? Question marks.
I'm not quite sure.
I think it's
I don't
litter
even know.
box.
It's still.
Anyway, there's not too much at the very bottom of the screen to see. You're only missing like 15 pixels. The top of the screen's on there now. So anyway, that should work for right now. I can play with that later. It's like the first stream in ages. Let's see.
Yep.
Somebody thinks my voice is
testing
amazing.
than
Well, thank
anything
you.
else.
Well, hello. Stalker alert. Yeah, well, whatever. He's mine. I found him first. Wow, now they're fighting on over me in chat. Well, I'm a very rare commodity, apparently. So anyway, here's my... What the heck is this thingy? Oh, I don't know. Figure it out later. Okay. So, first thing you notice here is, well, you start with probes. Okay. Probes. So, this is my first probes. There's a second probe, apparently. The first probe is for Kerbal kind. Huh. This probe is equipped with 2 experiments. Okay. Kerbal atmospheric readings. This experiment consists of generating 10 units of data while in Kerbal's upper atmosphere. Well, this is going to be easy to get 10 data. That's going to be nice. Experiment requires generation of 10 units of data while collecting samples. These samples must be returned to Kerbal in order to acquire scientific data. I guess we'll try that. Hopefully I actually have enough parts to get this thing up there and back. Make sure I actually have the important things. Okay, well, there's parachutes. We're going to go with a main parachute. Now, notice I have a drogue parachute. That's a high up, regular drogue kind of thing. And this over here is a drag chute. That's like if you wanted to add it to the back end of a plane that's coming in to slow you down on the runway. And it won't, like, fall off just because you hit ground. Alright, definitely going to need an antenna. And a parachute and probably a tube. Now, here's these really cool stretchy tubes. Now, if I right-click on this, it'll tell you how to use it. Hold R, then mouse over, then move over the mouse. I can't even speak or read. Hold R,
Speaking
then move the mouse
you.
up or down to stretch its length. Press G to change its fuel type, and press T to change its texture. So, anyway, let me zoom in here. So
Do the gold! Do the gold!
Yeah, I'll get there. And you notice that the tank is obviously getting bigger, and the mass is going up. And that'll also mean that my fuel in said tank will go up nicely too. So this tank's a little smaller than I want to use. Let's see. They got quite a few different sizes. Let's go with this one here. I go for, I don't know, let's try 2 tons. And so here we got another problem. Where to put the parachute? Well, on the buttocks. It'll work. Alright, here's another important thing.
Engines?
Say what?
Where are you gonna put the engines?
Oh, we'll figure that out in a second. So here I got this little antenna. Now this antenna is actually very important. The Remote Tech True makes it so you absolutely have to have an antenna on your probe at all times, and it has to be active. At least one. Yeah. At least one antenna of some sort has to be active. And this one's active by default, so you don't have to mess with it. And the wind's not going to tear it off or anything. Now this kind of probe right here, it's actually got a larger range. Now if you see Omni range 0/5 mm, that's million meters. So it's like, this thing's got a 5 million meter range. And this thing here's got a 25 million meter range. I thought I told it not to extend the range ridiculously, because one of the mods is like, oh, let's give it 10x range. Well, I guess I screwed up and it did it anyway. But oh well. Normally it's got like a tenth of that. It's usually 500,000 kilometers. But, maybe I'll figure that out later. We'll see. But anyway, if I had this thing deployed, it would get torn off by the wind as I go up, which sucks, so you can't really use one of those initially. Alright, so now the next part of thrust. Let's see. Alright. Let's go with a bunch of Rockomax 2477s, these junker piece of craps. Let's go nuts on this sucker. Something like that. into that. That might do the trick. And of course I can't exactly just let it sit there and, you know, take off from this position or it'll fall over, so let's give it an enhanced thingy. There. Really crappy probe. Hope you enjoy. Alright, fix my staging real quick. Let's see. I need all of these here.
Oh god, that's a lot of engines.
Yeah, well, 16 engines might do.
Oh, you're actually using my strategy. Oh, cool.
Well, I don't have much choice at the moment. Put this here, and then parachute, and...
I actually got to geosynchronous orbit using those type of engines, and only 4 of them.
Hey, it works. Junker.
But that was with a huge bottom stage with the really big rockets. Yeah, but it got. I wasn't expecting it getting me into geosynchronous orbit. It's just like, oh, it got me there.
Yay.
Cool.
Ugh, loading times are going to be horrendous.
Yeah, which, if people don't know, geosynchronous orbit is when you're pretty much, if you're above Kerbin and you have an orbit above Kerbin, that does not change. It does not move off of Kerbin. So for this mod, it's really good because you always have to have communications to mission control.
Yep. All right, so
I provide information.
It's a miracle. Yeah. Huh. Well, anyway, all this mess is because of caffeine, this funky grid, so I'm going to move out of the way. Notice I got a red dot. That means that is Kerbal Space Center. You have to have a signal coming from there to reach your craft at all times if you want signal and actually move.
Or if you want to actually do anything with your missile.
So anyway, over here is a bunch of like different things I'll show off later dealing with the connections. Up here on the top right, that's my new resource panel. It's pretty nice. It's got these little thingies. I think something funky's going on there. I don't know what this data is. Must be from one of the mods. Actually, I think I do know what the data is, but we'll worry about that later. Yeah, there we go. Oh, so loud! Oh god. I ran out of fuel rather quickly. I think I need to make.
Yeah, use 4. Just use 4.
4?
See how that works.
Let's see. Atmosphere reading. Experiment, calibrated, flying only. Can't do that. No. Data recorder. No. Oh, well, this is one of those. Let's test it, see if it'll even move. That's my test.
Yeah, usually what happens.
Yeah. Go ahead and deploy that. What the heck are you doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Is that a straw?
No, it was a glass that I was trying to drink, and I was too lazy to move my mic out from my mouth, so...
Wow. Just wow. Oh well.
I am a very lazy, skillful person.
I see this. Well, there's my first horrible test flight. It technically failed. But,
well, it's all for science.
Stuck the landing! It just sat there.
I want to see this. Hold on.
It actually flipped over.
Oh, no.
Perfect! Best landing ever! Hey, that's a round dome for you. Alright, let's see if I got any science at all off of that sucker. I doubt if I got 10, but
it didn't even, like, turn up. There it goes.
5 science! Success!
That's all you needed, right?
No, I need 10. But, hey, that'll get me enough.
You're getting somewhere.
Yeah, just a little bit more. That was hilarious. Okay,
just
4 you say?
Using out the science.
That landing was hilarious. Okay, so 4 did the trick for you. Question, how much fuel did you have? Actually, it's not going to matter because this is more realistic. We got a mod on here that you don't have, so...
Ew. I'll try it, see what happens.
Yeah,
do like maybe a ton of fuel.
And this is like 5 tons of fuel. 4...
Oh, what?
Let's try 4 tons and get there close enough. And let's get out of the way here. I wanted to go ahead and change.
Now it's showing me at 5 tons.
T for texture. Let's see my T button. texture.
Go gold. Go gold.
Oh yeah.
Do it, man. Gold.
Too bad I can't go platinum, but actually there is this. Platinum! No. There's one of the gold textures. The first gold texture, I actually like that one.
Yeah, it's nice for, like, it looks satellite-y.
Yep. Let's
That's
try
even
this,
a word.
Junker. Please, get me up there. I beg of thee. Oh god. Watch it fail miserably. Speaking of which, I'm going to actually have to show you how a failed miserably flight goes at some point. I'm sure it'll happen by itself somehow.
Let me guess, you're gonna use a lot of fuel really quickly.
I don't know. Hope I know. It's so loud. There's all those wee little engines. I'm going a little too fast. I kind of can hear you. What?
Earth to Andercon.
Oh, yeah, what?
Earth to Andercon.
What?
You can barely hear you.
I might need to set like my volume level down or something. Let's see, settings, spacecraft, 4%. I think that's what I need. Fly. Oh god, KSP, don't crap brick on me. Hey, oh fine, close. Move back. Zoom. Yeah, okay, there we go. Can you hear me now? Oh, forgot to turn off that thingy. Alright. So anyway, gravity turn's gonna act a lot. Oh god, no! A lot different! Oh crap! Like I said, gravity turn doesn't work the same anymore. If you move too much, you'll flip over now. Yeah, aerodynamics is a beach. It kicks you in the teeth, steals your wallet, and runs away. Maybe I'll get up high enough to actually do something. I don't know. Oh, come on. There we go.
You're stuck upside down?
Okay, ATM reading. Let's try this. Data recorder? Oh, crap. It's killing my data. Let's try this. 50? ATM reading. Oh, there we go. Let's just keep that quick. And turn off my data. Nope. It's gonna swipe all my battery real quick. Oh, my poor battery. I'm probably gonna run out of juice and end up crashing this sucker. Look at this. 5, 4, 3. I got like no electricity now. Well, I'm just gonna, deploy shoot like now? Question mark. Assuming it works. Deploy shoot. Maybe not.
You may want to invest in some solar panels.
I plan to at one point or another. No?
In some point in time.
Okay, so this is basically a good way to fail miserably. Yeah, that would be 50 cents there if I could actually deploy shoots, but I can't. So this is one good way to fail horribly. Let's see how bad
I
this
would
goes.
try and cut off all your electric charge before it all runs out, because it might be you're too high.
No,
or is your vertical velocity? Oh, it's because of your vertical velocity. If you're still going up, it won't deploy.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh crap. So
You just hit 0.
No, it hit 0 some time ago. So
I just watched it hit 0.
fail miserably.
Dude, you may want to invest in some more electric charge.
I will at some point. I'll just
Or
have
maybe
to
you
turn
don't
off
want
my
to go.
data sooner.
Maybe you don't want to go as high.
Yeah. Splish. That's a splish, all right. I'm literally looking at the bottom of the ocean now. Now let's try that again. Click send data, eh? Send it to beta. Tommy, I should have done that. Well, there's the derp sticks. Now, it would have used more of my battery, and it likely wouldn't have sent it.